Now I have these two granny squares and I'll show you how to join these granny squares together with different patterns. So here I've taken 3mm hook and I'll take this teal color yarn. Now take these granny squares and hold it like this. Now take this yarn and first insert your hook in this chain that we did like this, and similarly in the second granny square as well through V, this V loop, then pull the yarn and make a slip stitch here. You can tie one knot also to make this yarn little bit secure here. Now here you can see this is the border of this granny square, and here we have another one from here, so we are going to insert our hook through these V loops to join this granny square. So insert through first V loop and then the next one like this, then pull the yarn and then make a single crochet stitch here. Again insert your hook in the first granny square, V loop, and then in the second one, then pull the yarn and make a single crochet stitch. So like this you can continue till you reach at the end, and then I'll show you how this stitch looks. And now here you can see this is how our stitch looks. And if you see at the back side, this is how the back stitch looks. Now if you want, you can hold these granny squares opposite to each other and you can do this single crochet stitch that we did on the front side. You can do that on the back side and then you will get this pattern on the front side here. Now for the second pattern, we'll hold these granny squares like this, facing towards each other. Now for the next step, here you can see this is the border of our granny square, and similarly this one is for another granny square. So we are going to insert our hook into that V loop like this, and then into another V loop, and we are going to pull this yarn, and again you have two loops on the hook and you will pull the yarn through this loop. So Basically we are making a slip stitch here through this V loop of 2 granny squares. Now you can continue the same till the end, and I'll show you how the pattern looks from the front side. And now here I have completed my slip stitch pattern from the back side, and from the front side you can see I'll just pull the yarn and remove my hook. And now from the front side you can see how this pattern looks. So this is also one of the easiest pattern which you can do to join granny squares, and it looks really beautiful. Then for the next pattern, here I have taken 1 granny square. Now I'm just going to insert my hook into this any of the V loop at the corner, and I am going to make a slip stitch with this different color of yarn. Like this, and then I'm going to chain 4 here, 1 2 3 and 4, and then here you can see these V loops at the border of the granny square. So I'm going to skip these 2 V loops here, this one and this one, and in this next third V loop from this stitch I'm going to do slip stitch here like this. Then again I'm going to chain 4, then again I'm going to skip 2 stitches or 2 V loops, and I'm going to jump to this third V loop here to make a slip stitch, and like this I'll continue till I reach here at the corner. Now once this side is done with all chains, then I'm going to again chain 2, and then I'll turn my work and I'll take another granny square here, and I'll insert the hook into this V loop from the corner, and I'll make a slip stitch here like this, and then I'll chain 2 again, and then here you can see this chain that we did. So in this gap we are going to insert our hook now, and then pull the yarn and then make a single crochet stitch here. Then after that again chain 2, and then here we are going to skip these 2 V loops and we are jumping to this third loop, and we are going to do slip stitch there like this. Again chain 2, insert the hook in this gap, next gap, do single crochet stitch, then chain 2, and then slip stitch to the third loop from this. And here you can see how beautiful this pattern looks. It's diamond shaped. So this is also one of the beautiful pattern you can do to join your granny squares. First, make a slip stitch of this yarn to the hook like this, and then take one granny square and insert your hook in any of these corner stitch like this, and then insert your hook in another granny square in the same type of stitch. It should be the exact same corresponding stitch in another granny square. So insert your hook in that, like this, then take your yarn from behind our granny square and then pull the yarn through first 2 loops here and then through the slip stitch that we did like this, and then just secure it. Now again insert your hook in this next gap, this next V loop which you can see here. Insert your hook in that and then similarly insert your hook again in this V loop like this. Then again take our yarn and then make a slip stitch through all 3 loops here. Now you can see you have 3 loops on the hook, so make a slip stitch through all 3 loops like this. I'll show you once again. Insert your hook in this first V loop, then insert your hook in this other V loop of second granny square and then make a slip stitch through all 3 loops like this. Now similarly I'll complete this row and I'll meet you back here at the end. Now here you can see I have completed my stitch here. You see how seamless it looks. I'll just pull the yarn. This is one of the easiest way to join the granny squares. So I hope you like it. If you like my video, then please give big thumbs up. Write down your questions, comments or any suggestion in the comment section of the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you soon in the next one.